Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do Love Oracle for today. Today is Saturday. It is April 25th, 2026. I wanted to say March 25th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not, totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's Love Oracle. Use your discernment. We're using The Price of Love Oracle by Crystal Banner. You can find this at kaleidoscope.com. She also has an Etsy shop. I swear to God, I'm gonna put the link in my link tree. That way, if you guys want it, it's there. Because she's like one of my. I don't even know. Hattie Thorne is my first tarot oracle card creator love, because let's face it, I have 59 of her decks. Then I like Rob Barthelman. Then I like Crystal Banner. But really, they're all at a tie because they're all the best. I love their cards so much. 2 on the table. Oh, 3 on the table. There's one hidden there. We got these cards before. We got these cards last time. It's like when you breathe in air and it goes down the wrong pipe, and then you feel like you need to cough. Pardon me. Okay, we got these cards the last. We had to have. I remember this one. Okay, this could be you or it could be somebody else. You're going to have to take how it resonates. This could be something that you're going through or you're going to be going through. And I just got this feeling of like deja vu, like, and I heard what did I hear in my head? Surreal. I heard the word surreal. I feel like somebody is going to go through a situation and they're going to be like in the middle of the situation and they're going to literally stand there and be like, didn't I just do this? Like, didn't I just learn this lesson? Didn't I just see this in another situation? Didn't I just go through this with another friend? Two more shuffles. I'm so excited. Our tree is finally blooming. Which means if I want to walk around naked, I can, because the tree will mask the neighbors and they won't be able to see me. Bonus points. Bonus points to God for making it bloom. I don't really usually walk around my room naked unless I'm getting dressed. So. And even then, I'm one of those ones that like tries to cover everything up, even though like I'm a bigger girl and I only got 2 little hands. I don't care though. It doesn't bother me. Seriously, I'm 46. I'm going to be 46 years old. Everybody's already seen the goodies. Everybody knows what a goodie is. It doesn't matter. I've seen their goodies. What do I care? You think I'm peeking around the corner like, seen that? I have booby. Fabulous. What else you got? You got a boat? Oh, sorry. I can't help it. I gotta joke around. All right. So we got patience, manipulation, drama, Euphoria again. Maybe somebody needs to watch the show. That's the show, right? One of my favorite readers was talking about it last week or the week before or something, saying it was his new favorite show or something, and I've never watched it. I have no idea. It doesn't really look like anything I would be interested in, but I bet you if I watched it, I would probably become addicted because that's just how I am. Bottom of the deck, soulmate recognition. It would be one of those things where I have to binge it. You know what show I really did not like at first? It's got Jean Smart. It's on HBO, where she's a comedian. Oh, what is it? Oh, Hacks. Hacks. I watched like the first episode and I was like, this is shit. Like, I don't like this at all. And then I kind of like made myself go back and rewatch the first episode and then watch the second and watch the third because I did like a little binge. I freaking love that show. And I have not seen like the last 2 seasons because I don't have HBO. I need to figure out how to get it. Maybe I'll just break down and buy the seasons or something. But I actually friggin' love that show. And I always loved Jean Smart. I loved Jean Smart when she was on friggin' Designing Women. Like, I'm not even kidding. I love her. When she was in Sweet Home Alabama with Reese Witherspoon and Josh Lucas. Oh, I love her to death. Oh my God, she was on the show Frasier. She was Lorna Linley. It was this girl that Frasier had a crush on when he was in high school, and they end up kind of like getting together and smashing and stuff. But she was funny in that too. I love her. I think she's amazing. She is one of I think she is one of the most underrated actresses in Hollywood. Probably because now she's older, right? But she's so fucking amazing. So fucking amazing. And you know what I would love? I would love to see I would love to see her in a movie with Kathy Bates and Melissa McCarthy. And maybe like there's got to be another female comedian that I'm thinking of. And like all of them in the same movie and just like bam. I like comedic magic, I'm telling you. Anyway. Okay, you or somebody else, I don't know, but somebody, like I said, somebody's going to be embroiled in like a situation and they're literally going to stop and have this moment of like deja vu and surrealism. They're going to be like, okay, I just went through this. Like, didn't I just go through this? Like, how do I always get caught in the middle of things? And I think it's good to recognize, okay, before I kind of talk about the cards, I think it's good to recognize, and I talked about this a few weeks ago, because I don't really talk about it that often. I always say in respect to you and or someone else, but you also got to look at situations like this. You're not always the focus. It may feel like you're the focus, right? Because it's you. It's your body. It's your life. You're living your life. This happens. It happened to you. You were in it. But things aren't necessarily always about you. Sometimes you are in the middle, right? Even if it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes it feels like, like, oh my God, my story. But sometimes, really, you're just the byproduct. You're just the catalyst. You're just the bystander. Like you're not really technically the main event. It's just like, let me go back to last year, right? If you subscribe, you guys know the story about me falling in love with the younger guy at work. I was told more than once in downloads from God that he has his own lessons he needs to learn. He has his own things he needs to go through. And even though like I was told that, right? And I trust in God. I trust my faith in God and what I'm told and what I see and what I hear. I trust in that. But it took me a minute. It took me a little minute, a little hot minute to really hear that and recognize that and start to live according to that. Because again, it felt like I was in that situation and it was all about me. But even now, when I look at all the players in that situation, That person learned a lesson or is learning a lesson. That person is learning a lesson. That person is learning. Like I was I was I was just one of the characters. I don't I don't even think, like, looking back on that situation, like, not that there wasn't something for me to learn from the situation, but I don't even think that that was really about me, you know? Like, I think I fell in love with the wrong person. They were already going through something. They're seeing other people at work or whatever they're doing. I don't know. They're going through their lessons. They're doing their thing. They're learning whatever they need to learn. And now I'm on the outside doing my own thing. And I can kind of look back on that and recognize, like, yeah, I was involved in it. Yeah, I fell in love with the wrong person. Yeah, I learned a lesson. But I can also see that I might not have necessarily been the main event. Like, he's literally living his main event right now. For me, I walked away, began healing myself, you know, doing the best I can to not get involved in all of that. He's in that. What I left behind, he is still in that. Sometimes, like I said, we're not the main event. Sometimes we're just there to witness, and sometimes we see things and it feels, like, oh, this is about me, but sometimes it really isn't. I don't know who that'll resonate for, but I felt the call to say it. Because here's the thing, you could be going through a situation where you feel like you're being manipulated by another person. Could be someone that you thought of as a soulmate. Again, a soulmate doesn't have to be a lover. A soulmate could be a friend, a parent, a dog, take how it resonates. I don't think it's a dog in this case, but somebody feels like they're being manipulated. They're going through a lot of drama. The euphoria to me gives like not necessarily a good euphoria, kind of again like that surrealism, like kind of like walking through life like in a daze, kind of like dazed and confused, like somebody, like, I can't believe I'm going through this, like I'm being manipulated, there's so much drama, like who the hell is this person, what is going on? It kind of gives that kind of vibe. And again, at some point, if you haven't already, you're going to be living through this, or somebody is going to be living this, and they're just going to like wake up one morning and be like, I don't even think this is about me. Like, I think I'm just stuck in the middle somehow. Because let's face it, we're all human, you know? We all have our own emotions, we all have our own stuff going on. Let's say, and this is just I'm just going to give you an example. This is just an example. It doesn't at all represent my life from last year. So let's say I fall in love with the guy from work, right? And I think like we're soulmates, or I think there's a connection there. However, this wasn't really planned by God and the angels and the ancestors and the dearly departed loved ones. And he was actually supposed to fall in love with somebody else in the department. And that was supposed to be a lesson, because the person that he fell in love with was karmic or toxic or manipulative or drama. And I'm just kind of there stuck in the middle, because I caught feelings for a friend, and God didn't plan on that, right? Because God can't control everything at every given moment. And again, we're all human, like I have my own free will, so I can have feelings for who I want and no feelings for another person, right? I'm stuck in the middle. Like, I wasn't supposed to be there. Like, I wasn't supposed to be part of the event. Like, I wasn't supposed to be part of the drama. But because I fell in love with him, it just added one more to the thing, one more to the story, right? Meanwhile, the guy that I fell in love with is falling in love with someone else that they're not really supposed to be in love with, but it's a lesson. And eventually, somewhere down the road, one of them or both of them will wake up and figure it out, right? Or at least that's what God's thought is. That's what the purpose is. That's what the lesson is. Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking, oh my God, my life is in shambles and da 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 and da. And then when I look back on it, I'm thinking, well, maybe I wasn't even supposed to be in there. That was just an example. That wasn't at all real life. I'm going to leave it there for you. You can take from it what you will. I hope it resonates for somebody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you're entertained. I hope you all enjoyed my story time hour with Kim. And I hope everybody has a fabulous Saturday. I'll talk to you later. Bye.